Let me into my zone. Let me into my zone. Please don't let me in.
Yeah. Go and play that. Take you down, I'ma say that. Mine need me a couple dollars. Telling you now this payback. So I take that. Ask him now, we'll say that.
Well, you're very welcome to Fight Zone. Fight Zone on the road as well. A very special event for you from New Douglas Park in Hamilton. The weather is splendid in this part of Lanarkshire as well, so this outdoor event, well, Fight Zone know all about outdoor events. Of course, we've had the Fight Zone Arena in Sheffield, 7 weeks on the bounce. We've brought you cards from Latvia and Germany in special shows as well, but we are back with a card that is full of local Scottish talent. We're a bit delayed coming to Scotland because of the pandemic. Restrictions have been eased and it's all the better for it as well. We're going to have a very healthy 2,000 fans watching live, and of course all our subscribers on Fight Zone. Now of course the undercard gets us underway with some great talent in the shape of Corey McCulloch against debutant CJ Wood of Middlesbrough, Gary Ducie in against Luke Fash, and then Kevin Duris and Gary McGuire in an all-Scottish affair go head-to-head. And then, of course, you've got to get your subscription in. It's only $4.99 a month. What else would you be doing with $4.99 to get all the action that we can bring you every week here on Fight Zone? A card absolutely stacked with talent and some really intriguing fights as well. Billy Stewart in against the very tough Alejandro Gonzalez, a Mexican with plenty of ambition. Ben McGivern in against the ever-durable and reliable Lewis Van Pooch, who's on the road again. Dean Sutherland, very talented Jose Velasquez. And then we get to Jordan Grant, last seen in against Tommy Fury. A fight he took at late notice, did so well in that. He takes on Manchester Scott Williams, and then the main event. What an event as well. The Commonwealth Super Featherweight title fight. Nathaniel Collins, a real talent and one that everybody in this part of the world is very excited about showing off to our Fight Zone subscribers. He takes on Ghanaian Felix Williams in what should be an absolute cracker. Well, all the action here. The sun has come out as well in this part of the world. Of course, New Douglas Park, home of Hamilton Academicals. Well, they are on the road today. They're actually playing at Wraith Rovers. It's not going so well, the 4-2 down, but one fella that always wins is the former IBF Cruiserweight Champion of the world. He is the voice of boxing. He is Glenn McCrory. And Glenn, how good is it to be north of the border in Scotland?
Well, it's always a pleasure to be north of the border. Us Geordies really enjoy coming north. It's a great place, and I've had some wonderful nights up here with the boxing. Some great nights. So, you know, the people really love the sport of boxing, and it's great to be on the road.
You know your boxing history, and when you talk Scottish boxing, you talk about Ken Buchanan, you talk about Jim Watt, and now in recent times, if you think about Gary Jacobs and then Ricky Burns, three-time world champion, not too far away from here, Alex Arthur, real talent, but now lads like Willie Limond as well, you know, good campaigners. But this is a chance when Josh Taylor is an undisputed champion. All these lads on the card tonight, all these Scottish home fighters, they're desperate to make a mark and show Fight Zone subscribers what it's all about up here.
Very much so, and you mentioned some great names from history, but Josh Taylor, what a job he is and what a fighter. I'm sure the whole nation very proud of what he's done for Scotland and for boxing.
Well, it is an occasion that has really captured the imagination locally as well, and of course it's going to be very well attended in here, and with restrictions just being eased in this part of the world, we've seen it in Sheffield when it's been absolutely fantastic to see the crowds, to see all the fighters really enjoying fighting in the open air. We've brought the arena here to Scotland, really, haven't we? It's a fantastic setting.
We have. It's a wonderful setting. The sun, as you say, is out, and you know, I'm sure the atmosphere later on in the evening is going to be as good as it's been for those nights in Sheffield. So expecting a lot in the fights, you know, excited about the fights. Young Scottish prospects, Billy Stewart, Dean Sutherland, a lot to be excited about.
Well, all you've got to do as well, if you want to watch all the 5 main card fights, you will get the 3 undercard fights for free anyway. But subscribe, fightzone.uk, you know what you have to do, $4.99. But as it is, Glenn, we're just about ready to go on this one. And if you look at the fight card, you look at the names that we've mentioned here tonight, and the main event, Nathaniel Collins, of course, a real talent. But what jumps out for you?
I think the two prospects, I'm really looking forward. I've heard a lot about Dean Sutherland and Billy Stewart. They're in very competitive fights, and I think that's what's great. You want to see them in with good operators, and they both got a test tonight.
Well, we have indeed, and we've got a very special man taking part in our presentation team tonight as well, because we do have Hannah Rankin, of course, a world champion in her own right, who's part of the presentation team. We've got Emma Dodds, but look at this fella. Well, this is Craig Stephen, who has, well, he is a native, of course, but he is displaying the threads in impeccable fashion. Well done, Craig. So if you can top the Master of Ceremonies tonight, you're doing very well. But the great and the good from the Hamilton and Glasgow area, of course, we're just outside Glasgow, about 12 miles south. Well, they're making their way in now to New Douglas Park. It's going to be, well, a lively occasion, Glenn. And again, you can just see, if you've been around the town today and people are talking about this event, and again, it's fantastic to hear so many people so enthused about Fight Zone.
Very much so, and especially being around the fighters who are as enthused as anybody could be. They really love this platform, and it's going from strength to strength. And I for one are so excited about going on the road and to all the different places that we're going to be at.
You mentioned that because, of course, Fight Zone will be on the road again next week in London at the iconic York Hall, which is one to really look forward to. Again, we're going to continue to bring some top fights from overseas as well, so doing exactly what we said from the start. Every single week you're going to get plenty for your $4.99 a month subscription. We worked it out, so it's pretty much £1 an event, isn't it? It's just crazy.
No, it is crazy, but I'm just glad I'm glad it's here, and it's something new, and it's going to cover fighters from all over the British Isles, and that's something I'm really happy to be a part of, because we're going to give opportunities to lots of fighters to shine, and we're gonna find some talent, and I'm sure we're going to see some talent on the bill this evening.
I just want to ask you, Glenn, because again, we've been lucky to follow fights around. It's always very special when you are outdoors as well. And again, you've a few football grounds ticked up, haven't you? But you've never been to the Ackies before.
No, I've never been to Hamilton before. Certainly, just coming into town yesterday, it looked a really nice place. I had my kids in Edinburgh last weekend, so I'm quite fond of Scotland.
Well, you can see there's some excitement as everybody's making their way into the ground, all adhering to local restrictions, of course. Well, we are slightly delayed, just by a few minutes here on Fight Zone as well. We're just waiting for a couple of little tweaks to our ring, and then we're going to be getting underway. So just a slight hold up with the ring, but it is being just altered as we speak. And first up will be Corey McCulloch when he makes his way to the ring from Arbroath against CJ Wood, a debutant from Middlesbrough. Following that as well, which you will get free on Fight Zone, Gary Ducie from Glasgow against Luke Fash, who we did see on Fight Zone just a few weeks ago. Luke from Hull against John Patrick Harker, that was, who gave a good account of himself. Then Kevin Duris, a Hamilton boy. It's his debut as well, and what a place for a local lad to make his debut against Gary McGuire from just up the road in Glasgow. Well, they are dressed up to enjoy all the action. Everybody in the finery. You can't outdo Craig Stephen, though. I don't care what you've come as tonight. Craig, he is the man. But of course, in the main card of our bill tonight, Billy Stewart from Macduff in northeast Scotland against Alejandro Gonzalez. That's one to look out for. That's one of the title fights as well. 3 title fights on the line. IBF World Youth Super Bantamweight title fight, that one. So a 10-rounder followed by another one. Dean Sutherland that Glenn you were talking about, you're really excited about seeing, of course, from Aberdeen, the Granite City. He takes on Jose Antonio Velasquez from Mexico, an unbeaten Mexican. So that could be an interesting one. We've seen what Mexicans have done recently on UK soil. And the penultimate fight of the night, Jordan Grant, again very popular, a Hamilton man. He takes on Manchester's busy Scott Williams. We've seen him a few times on Fight Zone already. And then the main event, Nathaniel Collins against Felix Williams, that in that Commonwealth Super Featherweight title fight, a 12-rounder to top the card. Oh.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, as the Fight Zone Arena sets up camp here in New Douglas Park in Hamilton, Scotland. Would you please welcome the first of our boxers to the ring from Middlesbrough, CJ Wood. Road, Scotland, here comes Corey McCulloch. And on behalf of Kyner Boxing Promotions and Fight Academy, a very warm welcome here to the Fight Zone Arena here in New Douglas Park in Hamilton. Welcome to our fight fans in attendance here at ringside. A very warm welcome to our viewers joining us at home on Fight Zone. Welcome to the revolution and welcome to Fight Zone. This is our opening contest. This is 4 3-minute rounds in the Super Welterweight division. Our timekeeper at the bell, Mr. Jim Kirkwood, referee in charge from right here in Hamilton, Mr. Kenny Pringle. Introducing first in the red corner, wearing black with gold, weighing in 11 stone 5 pounds. Tonight making his professional debut in the ring from Middlesbrough, England, CJ Wood. And across the ring in the blue corner, wearing solid black shorts, official weight 11 stone 4 pounds 10 ounces. A 5-fight record, 4 wins, only 1 defeat. From Arbroath, Scotland, Corey McCulloch.
Well, the referee, Kenny Pringle, giving his final instructions to our fighters. He's happy.
Seconds out, round 1.
So on we go with our first bout of the evening, this 4-rounder Super Welterweight contest. Corey McCulloch from Arbroath, wearing all black against CJ Wood, wearing black with the gold band. So it's Arbroath against Middlesbrough. CJ Wood, a debutant. Been around the white collar scene for a number of years. CJ Wood did have a decent amateur pedigree, and now makes his debut as a licensed professional at the age of 34 against Corey McCulloch. At 27, like so many, has been, well, not as active as he wanted to be for obvious reasons. And now really going for it and letting the hands go. It's a good, bright start, Glenn McCrory.
Yeah, it's a good opening round. McCulloch getting better of it. He's just catching Wood with the left hook, and Wood's just he's a bit square on. He's shown a lot of target, and McCulloch is finding that target. A little bit reddened around the left-hand side. It's a good combination lands.
Nice uppercut in there from McCulloch. Wood took well.
Yeah, Wood took a few shots. Good left hook lands again there from McCulloch, who's finding the Middlesbrough man pretty easy to hit. Well, the problem for Wood is he's got to try and get in range to get his own shots off, but you know, he's being caught as he tries to come in.
Well, always interesting to see a debut. You don't know whether, obviously, the ambition is there, or whether the fighter fancies life on the road and maybe just to look after himself. But Wood obviously giving it a real go, and a front-forward kind of fighter. But McCulloch probably with a smarter work.
Definitely. I mean, he's covering up better. He's better defensively. McCulloch, he's trying to pressure McCulloch Wood, but he's keep getting caught with uppercuts. Just a right hand there from Wood, a little bit of success. Well, it's his first round over just about as a professional, CJ Wood.
Well, a good competitive first round. McCulloch with, as you would imagine, plenty of support here at the new Douglas Park. A decent round. His last bout, September 2020 against Elliot Whale, and some good work in that round.
There was. The best of it did come from Corey McCulloch with a nice combination in there, showing a really classy uppercut, but got caught himself here and there. And CJ Wood completes his first round as a pro, so welcome to the professionals.
Well, just in the corner there, Glenn Banks, trainer manager of CJ Wood, or the Ginger Warrior as he likes to be known.
Seconds out, round 2.
So round 2 is scheduled for 4 on what is a busy card. Promotion, Sam Caddock and Dennis Hobson for Fight Zone. Well, decent movement on the ropes there, CJ Wood.
Yeah, that's better defensively. Just loosen up a little bit. Obviously, you know, he's used to the game. He's done on license, he's done amateurs, but it's still a big occasion turning pro. Good. He's uppercut again from McCulloch.
Some good work on the inside, McCulloch. Wood is aggressive, putting plenty into these shots, but
his problem defensively, Dom, is, you know, if you look at him coming in, he's coming in very, very square on. That's where he's getting caught with punches, showing a lot of target. Nice shots with his ropes, with the ropes against his back from McCulloch.
The face just reddening up now of Wood, who's still firing back and still giving it everything.
Yeah, he's pushing forward but being caught with shots. And some good work on the inside from McCulloch. It's kind of very different when you just see
Big left hand from Wood right out of the blue. McCulloch, well, he was just letting his hands go. That right arm dropped, the left hook landed. What a shot from Wood.
Well, he's pulled it out the bag there. And
well, is he dazed, McCulloch? Will he survive? Obviously, the final 10 seconds here, is it just quite rightly from his point of view, he holds on there at the end of that second round, but out of the blue, the left hook lands, and we have a different fight.
Totally unexpected. And, you know, that's what he needed. He needed something like that in this fight, and he got a breakthrough with a big punch.
Well, the arm raised from CJ Wood when he landed, but again, McCulloch just took a wild swing. Again, tried the uppercut, left himself open, and bang.
Yeah, I mean, paid the penalty there for bad defense, didn't he, when he was trying to get his own shots off. He had nothing to guard himself with, and landed full flush. A good left hook from CJ Wood.
Corners, 10 seconds.
That puts an interesting spin on events now. You've got it around a piece now, Glenn.
Seconds out. Round
Most definitely. And the knockdown, 10-8 round. So, you know, the fight totally changed now.
Well, McCulloch had been boxing well overall against the very aggressive Wood, who'd certainly taken a few, but has he fully recovered? He's been a bit more tentative now as Wood, as you would imagine. You're going to really try and put him on him now if there is any shakiness in those legs.
Yeah, and that's going to be a big confidence booster for Wood. So I expect him to just be working a little bit harder now.
Well, Wood just trying to bring McCulloch on. He lands a good right hook. Tries that uppercut again.
It looks like he's recovered from the knockdown. That rest, minute rest, has done him good. Neither looking to do a great deal at the moment, just standing in the middle of the ring. That's what McCulloch has to get back to. Has to get back to throwing at range a little bit. Keep it a bit cleaner in there.
He's still marching forward, isn't he? CJ Wood, Chris, as he's normally known.
Nice body shot there from McCulloch.
Facial damage for CJ Wood to contend with. McCulloch now pushing forward.
Yeah, McCulloch doing a little bit more work in there in this round. He's recovered well.
Well, that cut below the eye of Wood. He's in a good position, if you like. He's not going to get in the way of anything, and he's letting the hands go again.
That's a good finish to the round.
Good work from McCulloch, though. Just come back strong. Lively stuff at the end of the third round.
Well, he's been a little bit busy at McCulloch in this round, and he might be just evening the scores up here.
How'd you score that round? You're giving that to McCulloch? The cleverer work?
Yeah, cleverer work, cleaner work from McCulloch. CJ Wood was trying to work to the body, but I think McCulloch's work was just a little bit cleaner from longer range.
Well, both men happy to let the hands go. Great start to our Fight Zone card. Some great action at the end of that. Good work from McCulloch, but Wood relentless. But the earlier knockdown, when there's a wild swing there and then bang, just got caught by that left hook.
Yeah, fabulous shot there from Wood.
Come show. Yeah. You know you can do this, okay?
And this could be really poised on this last round, I think, this fight, because that 10-8 round from CJ Wood,
Corners, 10 seconds.
you know, that probably gives him 2 points apiece.
Seconds out, fourth and last round.
Well, all to play for. Now, the home crowd here in Hamilton urging on the Arbroath man, McCulloch.
It's really all about putting your foot to the floor and getting hard, working hard in there for this last round. For me, it's all to play for.
Well, one thing is absolutely certain, Glenn. CJ Wood is not a man that's just come to cover up and run around the ring.
No, most definitely. Likes a fight, we know, and likes a tear up. He can punch a little bit when he lands clean.
And against McCulloch, of course, it's just the one defeat to his name at this point of his career. 4 wins. So obviously would have been a huge favourite. Again, as Wood just tries to use physical strength, impose that physicality, but he's happy to take one as well when he's on his way in. CJ Wood. Well, again, McCulloch now. Takes the initiative, pushes back Wood.
Three good punches there from Wood. Back against the ropes. McCulloch trying to push him back and keep punching them punches out. Well, this has been a good fight. Great way to start.
Fantastic start.
Yeah, great way to start the evening. Fans still coming in.
And again, this tough scaffolder from Middlesbrough. CJ Wood still giving it everything. Well, who's going to have the final say after what's been a really intriguing 4-rounder to open the show here at New Douglas Park on Fight Zone?
Yeah, and that eye's getting a little bit nasty there of CJ Wood. Be glad this is the final round.
Well, the final bell, and Wood raises his arm, as does McCulloch, as you would expect. And the eye, as you say, damage above the eye, really suffered by Wood in that final round. The nick underneath wasn't really a problem, but the cut over the eye, yes, that definitely would be a problem should the fight have gone on any longer. But all the same, a great opener. And how have you called that, Glenn?
Do you know what? Very, very close. Obviously, the 10-8 round in the second for CJ Woods. I give the first and third to McCulloch, and the deciding work. I just thought slightly a bit more work and a bit cleaner work was McCulloch. So I got to mention it. But a good debut for CJ Wood.
Well, a lot of the work in close and heads coming together at times maybe, and there you can see where the damage really started there. The man who matters now is of course the scoring referee Kenny Pringle. He wants the fighters with him in the centre of the ring. So we have the verdict. We can get the official verdict with our sartorially eloquent Master of Ceremonies, Mr. Craig Stephen.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, here in Hamilton and New Douglas Park, first of our contest did not disappoint. Let's hear it please for both of our boxers in the ring. Referee Mr. Pringle scores the contest 38, a draw, ladies and gentlemen. So your appreciation, please, once again, for the debutant from Middlesbrough, CJ Wood, and the man from Arbroath, Corey McCulloch.
Yeah.
You said McCulloch just about, but very, very close.
Yeah, you know, I would not argue with that. It was very close. The last round, you know, they both had their successes in the last round. They're both tired as well, but you know, they share the spoils, and the best left hook of the night so far.
McCulloch did very well though, didn't he? McCulloch recovered extremely quickly, and
he did. Yeah, he didn't feel any. He didn't show any effects from that, and it was a good performance. I think Dom's gonna get over and have a word with both boys.
Have a look in.
well, gents, fantastic start to the show. And again, obviously, you're the home man, Corey, but CJ, what a debut from your point of view. Again, Corey, first, did you think you'd done enough?
I mean, I knew it was going to be close, regardless of the knockdown and that. I honestly thought I was going to be able to put up the work rate a lot more due to training for the last year. Sparring and that, I felt that I could go 6, 8 rounds. But the tempo that the man put on me, he was a strong lad. It's a lot heavier than usually what I fight. But, I mean, I could feel his strength in there and his presence. And I was struggling to get him back, but I still look pretty on him after that.
Well, yeah, just to bring you in, Chris, because again, you got a bit of eye damage there, but again, there was a standout left hook there that obviously put Corey down, and that kind of turned it a little bit at that point. That must have given you a massive boost.
Yeah, of course, mate. To be fair, I know Fat well I've won the fight, but obviously I'm fighting away from mum, so it is what it is.
Well, you feel you've done enough?
Oh, definitely done enough.
Well, listen, it was a top fight anyway, and with everybody being out of the ring so long, I mean, it's just good to get out, I'm sure, and to see a crowd and hear after everything that everyone's endured over the past 18 months. Is that the overriding thing?
I mean, it's good to get back out and get the cobwebs and that off. But being in a fight like that, shit hot. Love it. Thank you, man.
Well, listen, all the best, lads. You put on a show.
Cheers.
Well done.
Cheers.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome, firstly, from Hull, Yorkshire, Luke Fash. And coming to the ring from Glasgow, Scotland, Gary Ducie. Gentlemen, welcome back to the action here at the Fight Zone Arena here in Hamilton. Kyner Boxing Promotions in association with Fight Academy, sponsored by JJ Crumpet Son and Betfred, are very proud to bring you 4 3-minute rounds in the super featherweight division. Our timekeeper for this one, Mr. Joe Brannan. A referee in charge from Bellshill, Scotland, Mr. Darren Maxwell. Introducing first in the red corner, wearing the black shorts, weighing in 8 stone 12 pounds 10 ounces. Vastly experienced boxer coming to the ring this evening in his 66th professional contest from Hull, Yorkshire, Luke the Flash Fash. And across the ring in the blue corner, wearing black with blue trim, weighing in 9 stone 1 pound 2 ounces. His record so far perfect. 1 contest, 1 win. From Glasgow, Scotland, Gary Ducie.
Well, our second bout of the evening here on Fight Zone. Gary Ducie from Glasgow. Plenty of support here just down the road in Hamilton. And Luke Fash from Hull. Well travelled. We've seen him on Fight Zone already a couple of weeks ago against John Patrick Harker. What's he going to offer tonight against Ducie, who of course, like just about everybody, has been inactive due to the pandemic. Just 1 fight to his name, so it'll feel like a second debut for him, Glenn, wearing the black shorts trimmed with blue tonight. Yeah,
it will do, and there'll be a little bit of pressure on him. He seems to have brought quite a crowd with him. A lot of fans over there. Nice combination though, getting off. 3 shots. Yeah, his supporters already singing his name.
Well, his one and only professional fight back in April 2019 against a seasoned road warrior, Antonio Horvatich, and he's got a similar man in front of him tonight in the shape of Luke Fash, who has the kit bag is ready at all times to take on whoever. His 66th professional bout tonight. Just 2 wins, 61 defeats, and a couple of draws, but he's very durable. He's very rarely stopped. Can Ducie make a statement?
Well, it would be a statement if he did manage the stoppage. But he started pretty well, Gary Ducie. Well, it looks like there's a little cut to the right of his right eye, just in the corner of the right eye, and there's blood about the side of that face. So a bit of damage already.
There's a little bit, there's a reddening to the right of the head of Luke Fash as well.
A bit of blood on the side of the head of Luke Fash, which means, you know, the heads probably came together to cause that cut.
It's another lively start after the opening bout that was a bit of a thriller, and now Ducie goes to work well, lets those hands go, and Fash just forced to cover up on that occasion, but he knows his way around the ring. Lands a little hook of his own.
He's got a bit of a spring in his step. Does Luke. confident start.
And again, as Ducie lets his hands go at the end of the round, as every shot is urged on by the crowd here, building nicely, but Luke Fash is having a bit of fun with them now, applauding them. Wants to play the pantomime villain. One of the UK's busiest journeymen. I still prefer Road Warrior. I think it sounds a bit disrespectful sometimes, journeyman, but Luke is happy with that. He told me he's not bothered.
No, well, you know, I mean, that is, you know, it is what it is, and that's, you know, he goes around the country, doesn't win many, but, you know, gives you know, young fighters who are coming through, you know, gives them some work, gives them some experience, and you know, the game would be lost without figures like Luke Fash.
Well, that nick over the eye of Ducie doesn't seem too much of a problem. Ducie did have an extensive amateur career. Now wants to really progress quickly. As you would imagine, the 26-year-old from Glasgow snaps out that jab at the start of the second. The schedule for, but does catch a right hand from Fash again.
It's about being busy for Gary Ducie. He's got to keep letting the combinations go out. Keep Fash under pressure. Difficult for Ducie. He's been out of the ring a long time. April 2019 when he made his debut.
Well, Luke Fash has been out of the ring for 3 weeks, I
think. Yeah, but then about 3 weeks before that.
Yeah. Well, Fash is a roofer by trade. Apparently he's top grafter, that's what he likes to be known as, but well, his manager, Glenn Banks, was laughing at that when trying to make me call that, and then he gets away with it. It's top grafter, but it's Ducie who's doing plenty of decent grafting there at the moment.
Good defensive work there from Fash, just showing, you know, all the stuff he's learned in those fights. Maybe not getting wins in very many, but you don't go through those fights, you know, unless you pick it up, unless you're learning. Shots to the body there from Ducie. Well, I think he already knows, Ducie, that he's not going to get Fash out of there. So he's content to box at range this round, just picking up the points. The odd success for Fash, but certainly Gary Ducey's round.
So Fash is certainly giving Ducie something to think about, but not really in any way troubling him. The odd right hook or whatever, there's been pretty much the story of it. Ducie, good, solid work, really.
Yes, and Fash, you know, got a decent defense. He's making Ducie have to work to get his points. The fans of Ducie and fine voice.
It'll be a lively night, I think.
I think it is. I think we've got some really good fights to come.
Cracking card. Topped by Nathaniel Collins, taking on Felix Williams for that Commonwealth featherweight title.
Really, this is about, you know, learning and trying different things in there for Ducie. Made a miss there from Fash, and then a little left hook just to let him know he's there.
Good work to head and body.
Yeah, a little bit of blood coming from that eye again. And a decent right hand there from Luke Fash.
Well, that's been the shot really from Fash, hasn't it? It's caught Ducie a few times, but clearly more has been going the other way, but as that blood trickles down the right eye, it's only a 4-rounder, that should be okay. Good straight shots though from Ducie again. Sinks one into the body.
There's variety there from Ducie.
It's a little pour away the blood from Ducey's point of view. I want to get that worked on now. Still got a minute of the third round to go as well.
Quite a bit of blood around that eye. And there, just seeing the good defense from Fash. And you know, I often wonder if fighters like Luke Fash had dedicated themselves to boxing. You know, he's got another job which is probably more important to him. If he just, you know, look for the wins and dedicate himself, you wonder, you know, where he could be, because obviously, you know, he's got some talent.
Well, fairly limited amateur background, Luke Fash. 12 fights, he won 6, lost 6 in the amateur ranks. But of course, there's a lot of aggravation with ticket selling and all the rest of it. And you know, a lot of guys want to go on the road, earn well, have a second job. It's a very, very nice life, and that's a decent end to that third round. And well, plenty of work needs to be done on that eye, but just 3 minutes remaining on this. Ducey should be okay, and some good work, some good straight shots, some good move, some decent shot selection as well in that round.
Yeah, I mean, it will be a little bit frustrating. He's not getting through as cleanly as he'd like to get through because of the good defense from Fash. And you see nice movement with the head. Good defense from Fash. But the work and the points are going Gary Ducey's way.
Oh, what a pleasure it is to be in the sunshine in Scotland, in New Douglas Park.
It certainly is, with a good crowd, good atmosphere, and a lot more good fights to come.
The home of Hamilton.
Easy for you to say, eh?
Hamilton Academicals, who came back from 4-2 down very late to draw 4-4 away at Wraith Rovers. Take on Morton here next week, but we've got a full card of boxing today.
We've got a full card of boxing next week as well.
We do, down at York Hall in London, but for now, it's all eyes on Gary Ducey. And can he finish with aplomb in this fourth and final round against Luke Fash, who, one thing's for sure, has taught Gary Ducey a good few lessons tonight. It's been one of those fights.
Yeah, vastly experienced. Only ever stopped 5 times and 65 fights. So he knows how to look after himself.
Yeah, it's been more than 3 years since he has been stopped, Luke Fash.
And that's impressive when you're going in with good kids, good fighters. You mentioned to educate them a little bit.
Good shots again from Ducie.
Yeah, his concentration's been good, his effort's been good. Ducey's kept throwing punches. I think he knows he's not going to put a dent on Luke Fash, so he's got to just keep the good work rate going when he's doing that.
Good body shot. You mentioned that defensive Fash though, and it's so good again. The very best of the Road Warriors, they don't get hit too often, too cleanly.
No, he knows how to ride a punch, or just to lean away from it, take the power out of that punch, get his hands up nice and tight, grab like he's doing now. You know, just tie your opponent up when he gets in close.
Sharp shot with the left hand there from Ducie.
Yeah, good right hand from Ducie to the body.
And again, can he make a final statement in the final knockings of this one as Fash just uses experience to try and just pull the head down a bit, but Ducie really going for it at the end of that. And an excellent battle. Fash applauds the crowd. He's playing to the arena. He's a real character, but Gary Ducie, no doubt about it, has the hand raised, Glenn.
Very much so, every round on my card from Ducie. And, you know, good to watch him at work, good to see how he's trying to puzzle out how to get to Luke Fash.
Well, a couple of crackers to start us off here at New Douglas Park. 2 great fights. So much action to come, and you just get the sense that because of the pandemic and because obviously there hasn't been a raft of boxing in this part of the world, everyone's just so up for it, including the away fighters, the journeymen, if you like, that are showing what they're all about tonight.
Well, you know, when you think of fighters, it's great to be in this situation where, you know, you're outdoors, you're in a football stadium, you know, and you're making your debut or your second fight. I mean, it's really, you know, it's really good.
Well, the scoring referee, Darren Maxwell, has given the verdict. Over to our Master of Ceremonies, Craig Stephen.
Ladies and gentlemen, we move back into the ring. Darren Maxwell has the boxers, and I have his score totals that reach 40 points to 36 in favour of the winner, who is still undefeated, Gary Ducie.
Well, no surprise there, Glenn. That's what you had on your scorecard as well, obviously. But I mean, great credit to Luke Fash. He deserves a mention as well.
Yeah, credit to both fighters, putting on a good entertainment spectacle. The crowd enjoying it, and the Ducie fans in fine voice. They enjoyed seeing their man get his second win. I believe Don McGivern
Gary,
is
well done.
Thanks very much, mate.
I tell you, he's a handful, Luke Fash, though. You know, the record can often be very, very deceiving in there. And again, the little nick over the eye, but you've been out a long time. Yep. Did that feel like a second debut?
It did, aye. I felt like I was just getting started after 2 rounds. I felt like I was just coming into it, so just trying to warm myself up and that, and then I'll be ready for the next one anyway.
Was that a clash of heads?
Clash of heads, aye, for the cut, aye.
And again, we know about Luke Fash. He's on the road a lot. He
Yeah.
likes to play to the crowd. He's got some tricks in there. I mean, how kind of slippery a character did you find him in there? His defence is very good.
He's very good, and he keeps his hands tight and that, but I felt like I was just getting warmed up in there, so once I start doing more rounds and probably perform a lot better.
Yeah, good shot selection. You work the head and the body well as well. And one thing that we know about you, you've got a good crowd behind you as well.
Yeah.
So what do you want to do next now? And I'm sure what your supporters want to see you do next.
I want to just keep on progressing, so maybe I'll have 2 or 3 fights and then maybe challenge for some sort of title, and just keep on building up my career and my fan base and that as well. So
yeah, like everyone, you're in a hurry, aren't you?
Yeah, sure.
And how good did it feel to be fighting here, outdoors, at the new Douglas Park?
Aye, amazing, mate. Absolutely fantastic, man. Honestly. Yeah.
Well, listen, well done tonight. Well done tonight. But of course, we go on with the action here at the new Douglas Park as well, and this is what you can expect on Fight Zone.
Stop that. I hear him chat to the noise, move too quick, can't stop for the talking. I hear him chat with the boys, man so tough, but mans keep walking. Just too sharp with the prize, white girls let it tell me I'm awesome, yeah. Hot like fire on the pan, if you wanna touch man, please use walking. Just too sharp with the prize, white girls let it tell me I'm awesome, yeah. Hot like fire on the pan, if you wanna touch man, please use caution. Cold like 0 degrees, I'm out the cage, gotta let out the beast. Revolutionary, gotta let out the streets. Locked in a cage, I'ma let out the.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, coming to the ring now, an all-Scotland affair. Would you please welcome, firstly, from Castlemilk, Gary McGuire. Now, ladies and gentlemen, from right here in Hamilton, making his pro debut, Kevin Duris. Gentlemen, straight on with the action as the Fight Zone Arena comes to New Douglas Park in Hamilton. Kynoch Boxing and Fight Academy, very proud to bring you 4 3-minute rounds in the super welterweight division. Our timekeeper Jim Kirkwood, referee in charge Kenny Pringle. Introducing first in the red corner, wearing the green, gold and black shorts, weighing in at 10 stone 11 pounds 14 ounces. Coming to the ring this evening, 19th professional contest. From Castlemilk, Glasgow, Gary McGuire. And across the ring in the blue corner, wearing black and yellow shorts with white trim, official weight 10 stone 13 pounds and 8 ounces. Tonight he makes his professional debut in the ring. From Hamilton, Scotland, Kevin Duris.
So our third bout on Fight Zone here at New Douglas Park in Hamilton. An all-Scottish affair. Hamilton's Kevin Duris wearing the black trunks with the yellow panels against Gary McGuire. Just up the road in Castlemilk, Glasgow, wearing the green with gold tassels. So the debutant Duris, we like a debut here on Fight Zone. Again, very good amateur. Was involved with the white collar scene as well, against Gary McGuire, who enters the professional ring for the 19th time tonight. Just 2 wins. Oh, sorry, 1 win on the record. But what can he offer? There'll be a bit of local pride at stake as well, I'm sure, Glenn McCurry.
Well, I was talking to Kevin earlier this evening when he came to the arena, and he was telling us about his amateur record of 24 fights, 19 wins by KO, which in the amateurs is pretty impressive.
Well, is known as a big puncher in the gym. Very excited about him. His manager Sam Kinnett was talking about this big punching brickie by trade. And good work sinking those shots into the body. And McGuire just stuck there in the corner, exactly where Duris wants him.
He's doing the right thing. He's just trying to punish McGuire on the body.
And again, plenty in these punches, really loading up with them.
Yeah, maybe loading up a little too much. That's, you know, obviously it's a big night for him, a debut in the professionals on this great stage that we've got here in Hamilton, and he's really going for it. Local boy. I'd imagine, you know, McGuire is very durable, and he's been around and he's experienced. They probably want to give Duras a few rounds.
As you say, there's experience there with Gary McGuire. Again, not as active as he would normally be. As Duras goes to work, sinking those body shots in. McGuire's last fight, last September, against, well, the very big punching Stephen McKenna. That was a first round KO that he suffered. Many more will struggle with the likes of McKenna. But Duris is equally trying to make a statement. So special for him as well, being a Hamilton boy, making a debut like this in his hometown.
Yeah, and you can tell, you know, he's a bit stiff, to say the least. I think he's really trying to impress and get that knockout. He was probably trying to impress a little too much, you know, trying to load up, you know, not really using the jab, not trying to get himself into range properly, and just relying on power so far.
Well, if you are a big puncher, it's a fantastic thing to have in the locker, as it were, Glenn, but I suppose as you progress, you need so many more subtleties to your game.
Very much so, you know, and the one thing he's not using at the minute is a jab to get that range, to get the range properly, and also to, you know, just to soften Gary McGuire up a little bit with that jab. But you can excuse him for that first fight at home on a big stage, lots of fans.
Again, goes to work with, a real passion in there, if that's the right word. The way he's going about his business, he's putting everything into every shot.
He really is. And as he goes as he goes on, he realized that, you know, you can't fight like that all the time. You've got to, you know, vary your power, vary your technique.
He's really sinking the shots in, though, particularly to body. Just shows you how tough McGuire is as well.
It does as well, because he's taking some heavy body shots from a big puncher.
You can see it in the reddened left torso of McGuire.
Just looking for to try and get an opening in there. McGuire, just a little tricky.
Again, McGuire just now spins his man. Just a sitting duck really in the corner.
Still really trying to pound the body of McGuire with that right hand.
McGuire got a shot off himself, but then took a big right hand on his way out.
And you can see the determination just etched across his face as he grits his teeth and lets those power punches go.
Well, hands up, who wants to spar me today? I'm sure is the call in the gym. A little bit of caudology from McGuire in the corner.
Yeah, he took a solid right hand for that, though.
And again, McGuire just stuck in that corner and holding on. Well, it's taken plenty of shots to the body, McGuire, as really Duris sinks them in with venom, every one. McGuire, well, his toughness needs to be acknowledged.
Yep, it's not the prettiest work I've seen, but it's very determined, and he's getting through with some solid body punches, and McGuire having to earn his money in there.
Well, Duris, very fit. You can see he's the relentless type. That's going to be his game. Front foot pressure. Whether or not that changes over time, as you say, when he learns more of the craft, if you like, he's going to be massively eager tonight. Of course he is. It's his debut.
Well, he's going to have to learn to use that jab a little bit more, and you know, but the good thing is they picked McGuire to give him a few rounds and give him some experience. Obviously, he hasn't been getting that in his amateur fights, getting them out of the ring fairly quick. But pressure is still on McGuire. Blood from the nose as he takes some heavy shots in that corner.
McGuire again pushed into that corner, and again Duris lets the hands go, sinks them in again.
Well, Duras certainly a handful, and you know, he's normally a pretty solid journeyman type McGuire, but you know, he's getting some damage to the face off these punches, and the body is going to be sore in the morning.
Well, the caliber of opponent that's managed to get McGuire out of there is very high. I mentioned McKenna, Tweedy, Manchester's Sean Fennell, Nathan Bennett, another one. Good operators. They've managed to do it. But He normally hears that final bell, and it would seem he's going to do that again. Although Duris has put everything into this and continues to do it, and the cheers from the crowd here.
That was a good right hand at the head, landing from Duras. Concentrating mostly on the body to bring them hands down, which has worked, has brought them hands down now. And look at the face as he looks out over the ropes. Gary McGuire, face masked in blood.
Oh, and finally a delayed action really from the body shot. Gary McGuire, well, his face battered and bruised, and he's had so many of those body shots to contend with, and the referee, Kenny Pringle, is not going to let him continue. Now, McGuire is a bit sickened by that. Of course, he can't box for a little while now. That'll be 28 days, but Kenny Pringle...
The problem was the body language that he gave out when he was on the floor. He shook his head as if that was enough, and I think the referee saw that, noticed that he's been, you know, he's took a lot of punches to head later in the fight, but certainly to body.
It was a sweeping shot to the torso, really, that did the damage in the end. But I think it was a cumulative thing as well. He'd taken so many good shots to the body. He managed to suck them up as well. It was a really commendable effort from McGuire, but in the end, as you say, just sickened a bit and had to take the knee.
Well, he didn't like it. He will be out of action for a little while. But I think, you know, the referee's job is to make sure people don't get hurt in that ring. And, you know, he was showing distress signals, and the referee, in my opinion, did the right thing.
Well, McGuire still not happy, shaking his head. Felt he could carry on. But from Duris's point of view, again, overall, Glenn, gives your opinion, because, of course, his rough, tough front foot sinks them in.
You know, he did what he had to do there, and he just realized if he just keeps pounding away at the body and the head, you know, he thought McGuire would give, and that's what happened.
Well, let's get the official result with our MC, Craig Stephen.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the referee stops the contest. Timekeeper records an official time, 2 minutes 18 seconds of round number 3, and referee Kenny Pringle stops the contest in favour of the winner on his debut from Hamilton, Kevin Duris. And please keep the applause going. Casamilk's Gary McGuire.
Well, Gary McGuire does deserve a bit of applause for that, for sticking in till nearly the end, but from Duris's point of view, it's going to be an exciting fight, I think, Glenn. I think that's fair to say.
I think he is. I mean, there's a bit to learn. At the moment, that was just relying on sheer power. I'm sure there's more to him than that. And
he comes over to fist pump you. But there he is. Well, we'll go and catch a word with him.
Oh, you're getting the same as well, Dom. Well, I'm sure you'll get a chance to have a word with him any second now. So it's over to Dom McGuinness.
Dom is ready. Can I take this off?
Well, we've just been talking about your performance there, the little fist pump for Glenn McCrory on your way out there. Assess your own performance there.
Well, I thought I was a wee bit sluggish first 2 rounds. I've not had much sparring. I've not sparred in like 4 weeks. I broke my hand about 4 weeks ago, and I just done what I done to get through it. I never tell anybody. I just got on with it.
Right, you couldn't have suggested, anyone would have suggested that from the performance. And I tell you what, you put everything into every shot. You'll be a handful.
I find it hard. That's what I do. I don't box pretty. I'm never ever going to be that way. I brawl. I'm a brawler, so a slugger.
But that's going to be the way you want to take it on every time, and that's the way
every fighter's got a style, and that's my style. I just want to hit hard, get him out early. That's 20 knockouts now, 25 fights. Just the way I fight, and that's it.
Yeah, your amateur record was pretty impressive in terms of the amount of stoppages that you had. But do you not feel that as you progress in the professional side of the game, that maybe the jab's going to be more important as you go up in levels, and maybe you'll have to change your style a little bit?
Definitely, 100%. I've been working on it. Every fight, it's just got to be a learning curve every single time. But if I can get them out like that in the 3rd round, then I'll take it.
Well, listen, you did really well tonight. It was excellent, really exciting stuff as well. But very tough man, McGuire, but you got him out there in the end. Well done. Enjoy the rest of the show. And the show here on Fight Zone,
thank you.
Well, it's going to get better and better and better, because here's a reminder of what is to come right here on Fight Zone.
I'm Nathaniel Collins. You can expect an explosive performance. I'm fighting for the Commonwealth title, so I want to win it in fashion. The last time I fought for the title, I was explosive and it ended quickly, so I'm looking to repeat that this time when I fight for the title again. I want to be a world champion. That's all I've ever wanted.
Well, there we go. A very excited Kevin Duris with that performance again. A brawler he says he is, but of course, Glenn McCrory, some cracking action on the way this evening. We're going to get things, well, after those first 3 fights. It's going to hot up, of course. $4.99 for your subscription to get the main card here at New Douglas Park. Plenty of action on the road as well. We are in Scotland, of course. We've been in Sheffield for 7 weeks. We've had shows from Latvia and Germany, but we will be at the iconic York Hall next week in London for a fantastic card. A special event from Malta follows a week later, then York Hall again. Before the end of the month, there will be, well, Dave Allen is going to be on that card in Sheffield, amongst many others. And then on the road again to Leicester. So, the forthcoming few weeks, exciting times here on Fight Zone.
Very excited, but more to come this evening, and a couple of great prospects coming on very shortly. Dean Sutherland and Billy Stewart, and that top of the bill, Nathaniel Collins, Felix Williams will be a cracker.
Well, yes, there's 3 titles on the line. Billy Stewart against a tough Mexican, Alejandro Gonzalez, for that super bantamweight title, the IBF World Youth Belt. Debutant Ben McGivern, really interesting to see what he's all about. Lots of excitement against the, well, very well-travelled Lewis van Poetsch. Dean Sutherland, plenty again of anticipation about what he will bring against Jose Velasquez. Could be a tough night. And then Jordan Grant, the local boy from Hamilton, against Scott Williams. And top of the bill, Nathaniel Collins, a real talent in that Commonwealth featherweight title fight against Felix Williams. So thank you for now. We've really enjoyed the first few fights on this card, but we've got some incredible action to come as well. And of course, $4.99 a month, that's all you got to do. FightZone.uk. Now, Glenn and I will be back very, very soon, but it will be in the company of Glenn, Hannah Rankin, and also Emma Dodds when you rejoin us for the main event here at New Douglas Park on Fight Zone.
Nathaniel Collins.
He's just got his headset off for a second. He's just jumped over to the other camera.
Starboy something. Felix Starboy something.
So is this the camera I look down when I'm doing my... This one?
I can't remember. Main event is...
What's that, sorry?
Nathaniel Collins versus...
Felix.
Felix what?
Let me into my zone. Let me into my zone. Please don't let me in.
Yeah. Gon' play that. Take you down, I'ma say that. Mine need me a couple dollars. Telling you now this payback. So I take that. Ask him now what say that.
Good evening.